This is fantastic. Well, I've come out this morning very early and I'm going to head up a mountain, one which I didn't quite get to the top of. Well, I didn't get anywhere near the top of last time. I'm in Snowdonia and the mountain I'm going up is called Garn. Over 3,000 feet, so quite a decent sized mountain for the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's a beautiful warm morning as well, and I'm travelling light, just got lightweight equipment today. I'm probably the first person up here because it is pitch black and nobody else is mad enough, but I do want to get up there for the early morning light if there's going to be any, so yeah, let's head on up. Well, I'm well on my way up to the top now of the Devil's Kitchen, where I will end up coming out onto a nice flat, well I say flat, fairly even incline up to the top of the Garn, but I'm just looking back over Linidwell and it's about 40 minutes before sunrise and I can just about make out the lake and Pen Yr Ole Wen behind, so hopefully by the time I get a little bit further up I'll have a good vantage point and I may even see the sun come up, you never know. Right, well, I decided to stop and take a shot because the light is sufficient, according to my little preview device, my iPhone, to take a nice shot. The colours, are subtle, but I think I can bring them out. And I'm shooting with Portra 400, so I've got enough speed to give me about 4 seconds. It's not too bad. There's no movement, there's no real wind, so I'm not going to get camera shake. And I put a wide angle lens on, a 28mm. I shot it at f8 because just whacked it to infinity. No problems at all with depth of field on this shot. Okay, so the question I'm asking myself right now is, do I wait here until the sun actually rises and it hits the side of the mountain opposite, or do I make my way up further and get a different vantage point and possibly miss the best light? I'm not really sure. Probably be 15 minutes to get to a better position and the light is coming up, so I am tempted to stay here, something I don't normally do. I've got no patience and I'm going to carry on shooting because, as you can see behind me, it's a beautiful setup and I'm already in position, so I'll have a drink, have a snack and see what develops. Well, I think I've just answered my own question about whether it's worth staying. I mean, I don't think I've seen a sunrise like that before. It's absolutely stunning. And I assure you, these colours are what I am actually seeing. I haven't enhanced it at all. It's just terrific. Well, that was a terrific and unexpected start to the morning. I'm so glad I didn't move on. But you know, that good light lasted for no more than a minute. I mean, it was looking nice before that and I was taking some shots, very pastel shades, especially with my film I'm using. But it suddenly exploded and it gave the sort of sky you see people photoshopping in. I mean, people might not believe how vivid it was, but I have got the evidence. Even if our films don't show it very well, I'll tell you what, my iPhone did. Superb camera in that latest iPhone 10s. So I've got the memory. I mean, it's all gone now. Well, I've stopped another 15-20 minutes up the path. The light is looking quite nice behind me. It was touching the side of the mountain before and it's in and out the clouds, so I'm just going to hang around here for a little bit longer with my 28mm lens set to f11, and I'm hopefully going to catch a little bit of light coming onto the side of Pen Yr Ole Wen. Now, while I was there, I took a couple of images with my iPhone and also put it in the panoramic mode. And I'll be absolutely honest with you, I think they're going to be better than the images I took with my Nikon. They just seem to capture the mood. I mean, getting that huge sweep, getting the lake and all the mountains into the sky, it's absolutely fantastic. And at the end of the day, getting a good image is what matters. It doesn't matter what you take it with. I'm getting a bit of a wiggle on because I'm up on the top, it's plateaued now, and before I start my walk up that hill you can see behind me, I've spotted some cloud blowing, looks like it's blowing down the valley opposite me, so I just got to race over, and it's me we're talking about, so you know, racing's not really that fast, but I'm going to nip over, see if I can get a view into the cloud which appears to be lying in the valley, but you never know till we get there. Well, in 2 years of vlogging, I've never done a what's in my bag section, so today's the day. Let's start with the bag itself. This is an Osprey Talon 44 litre rucksack, not a camera bag. I just find rucksacks far better for coming up mountains. They distribute the weight better, they've got better belts, better straps and more storage. Bit of food, got a map, got a little dry bag with a compass in, waterproofs, plenty of water. Poles, because my old knees suffer coming down hills, so they make a tremendous difference. I'm a bit four-wheel drive with those, superb. Vlogging camera, this is my new GoPro Hero 7 Black, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, the stabilization and the control within this is wonderful. Well, hopefully it is. You'll see it on the video. If it's rubbish, I won't put this clip in. But anyway, yeah, wonderful little camera. Not cheap, but for coming up mountains, much easier than the big Micro Four Thirds or DSLR. Now, the important thing, my camera bag. This is my little insert. I got it off Amazon, about £15. Well made, really nice little camera bag. Superb for packing a couple of bodies. The bodies I brought are a Nikon FE2 and a Nikon FG. I've got colour film in that, black and white film in that one. Got 3 lenses, just 3 lenses today. I've got 50mm standard lens, f1.8. Had it for 33 years when I first bought an SLR camera. Super sharp. 28mm Nikkor 3.5, which is an old lens, but wonderful. The quality of these old Nikkors, the mechanics of focusing is just absolutely beautiful. And I've got a little 70 to 150 Kieron f4. Now this is tiny, absolutely tiny. I mean, it's you just don't even notice it in the bag, but it's got a wonderful little zoom range. Just gives me that short telephoto to moderate telephoto. And it's super sharp as well. Very simple lens design. I wish they made lenses like that these days. That's more like a Micro Four Thirds lens that I would use on my small digital cameras. So yeah, all that goes into the Osprey. It doesn't weigh too much, it doesn't burden me, and it means I can have an enjoyable day out. So yeah, all in all, quite a nice little setup for doing mountain walks and vlogs. Well, I've just taken a couple of frames of the scene you can see behind me, and I've not recorded too much detail, I'm afraid, because it's absolutely blowing a gale and I don't know if this will come out. But I've got the mountains and the lakes behind me. It's Llyn Ogwen is the big one, and I've also got Llyn Idwal. Don't know what the little one is, just down to my right shoulder. And I've got Trevan in the background. Shot it with colour and black and white. I've polarised it because it's adding a lot of punch to the scene. Just used the 28mm lens again. I'm wishing I've got a wider lens for a change, so maybe that'll be on the shopping list. Well, I've started a descent now. It's a bit of a drag, to be honest. I think I sat up here last time I was here, which was February, when it was all icy and snowy. And yeah, it's going to be, I think it's a case of no more photos, to be honest, because it's quite harsh to light now. Too harsh, to be honest. It's not to my liking. And it's getting very busy up here, very popular place. So I may take some shots on the way back down. If I do, I'll throw them into the video. If not, as ever, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this trip. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's been a fabulous morning out. And I'll see you again on the next one. Thanks for watching.